Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a world that's just full of charm, a little bit of humor, and a very, very unlikely friendship. The wonderful world of Skull and Chew.
So right off the bat, we meet our two main characters. On one side, you've got Skull, this skeleton with a grin that you just can't miss, and right there next to him is Chew, a tiny baby chick who's just beaming with pure happiness. I mean, they couldn't look more different, right? But you can feel that connection between them immediately.
And this pairing just makes you wonder, doesn't it? How does a friendship like this even happen? What's the secret sauce holding them together? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out.
All right, so to really get what makes them tick, we first need to get to know them a little better. Let's meet Skull and Chew.
And these pictures, they just nail their personalities. Skull is your classic goofy optimist, always there with that big happy-go-lucky smile. And Chew? Well, Chew is the serious one, the little intellectual, completely surrounded by papers, a tiny laptop, and a strong cup of coffee. You can tell he's got deadlines.
And the world they live in, it's every bit as unique as they are. They've got these incredible homes kind of nestled into these trees right on the shore of the ocean. It looks like it's straight out of a storybook. You know, it's just the perfect backdrop for their adventures.
But, it's not all just fairy tale stuff. They're also partners in a really modern way. Here they are, poring over a laptop together, glasses and all. They're in it together, figuring out work, projects, all the daily stuff, blending their magical world with some of the same realities we all deal with.
Okay, so now that we've met them, let's actually see their friendship in action. We're going to jump into one of their little adventures. This is the story of the magic seed.
So the story kicks off with Skull, who is, as usual, just bursting with excitement. He's totally convinced they have something genuinely magical, and they absolutely cannot wait to get started.
And, like clockwork, here comes Chew with a little dose of his gentle skepticism. He's being playful, of course, but he's also that voice of reason, kind of questioning if Skull's magic seed is just, well, a rock. This little exchange, it's their entire dynamic in a nutshell.
So they plant the seed, but their big plan kind of hits a wall. There's this moment of doubt when nothing happens. The magic isn't working, and the seed is just sitting there in the dirt.
But instead of giving up, Chew comes up with this totally creative, heartfelt solution. He figures maybe the seed doesn't need force. Maybe it just needs a little encouragement. It needs a song.
And would you believe it? It works. Their combined effort, Skull's belief, and Chew's gentle care, it actually works, and this beautiful bunch of flowers blooms. They made something wonderful. Together.
But of course, because this is their world, there's this charming little twist at the end. Turns out the beautiful flowers have an unexpected side effect. It's just the perfect, funny, and sweet ending to their little project.
You know, that little story? It's way more than just a cute comic. It tells us pretty much everything we need to know about the big theme of their world, which is really all about making your own magic.
So what's the magic here, really? What are we actually talking about? Because it's obviously not about spells or potions. It's something much, much deeper. I mean, look at this image. It's the perfect metaphor for their whole friendship. You see Chew, this little symbol of new life, nestled all safe and sound inside an old skull. It's such a powerful picture of warmth and life just thriving in the most unlikely place imaginable. That, right there, is their magic.
So here's the key, right? Magic in the world of Skull and Chew isn't about waving a wand. It's all about the simple, everyday things. The warmth of a good friendship, the act of just caring for something, and the joy you find in sharing a moment with someone special.
And this is what those moments actually look like. It's taking a little time to play some music together. Or it's sitting side by side in the theater, both just completely lost in a story you're sharing. These are the simple things that create the magic.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What's the big takeaway from all this? Why does this simple story about a skeleton and a chick actually matter so much?
Well, it really all boils down to this idea. The most powerful things in life aren't always big and complicated. Sometimes it's just a little bit of care and maybe a silly song that can create something truly real and beautiful.
And here's the other piece of the puzzle. That care, that silly song, it all becomes truly unforgettable when you have a good friend to share it with. The friendship is what takes a nice moment and makes it magical.
When you get right down to it, their bond changes everything. It can take just an ordinary tricycle ride and turn it into this wild adventure with a flying unicorn. It just goes to show you,
With the right friend by your side, even the most normal day can become extraordinary.
So look, if you take one thing away from their story, let it be this. Magic isn't some lost treasure you have to go out and find. It's something you actually create, day by day, with the people you care about. It's a really powerful reminder that the most meaningful experiences are the ones we build for ourselves.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Skull and Chew find their magic planting seeds and singing songs. So the question for all of us is, where will you find, or maybe where will you make, a little bit of magic in your own life today?